Beep boop 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 boop. Hello. This lighting. Gosh, must I close my blinds completely just so you can see me? Hi, everybody. But I need a little light though. Nope. Just a smidgen. That'll have to do. Okay. I am in a whole different spot today because I realized that doing a live in my living room isn't the best for lighting camera wise. Like, this is probably the best I'm gonna get as far as an even amount of light on my face. So come on in. That's all. Come on in. Good morning, good morning. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you've never seen a live tutorial from me before, hi, hello. Feel free to comment in the comment section. I do read my comments afterward too if you're watching this on the replay. And ask any questions. Hi. I know, I'm so glad I'm here. You can ask any questions. It's totally fine. We're talking all makeup here. These tutorials are a bit lengthy, and when you do these looks on yourself, they won't take as long. I'm also asking everybody that if you like what you see, if you're having fun here, learn something new, please send me a coffee by using the coffee link that's in the description box below. It supports me and helps me as a content creator. And if you are not in the position to send me a coffee, that's totally fine. Just make sure you're subscribed to my channel and you share me with your friends. Don't keep me a secret, because sharing is caring. Okay, hello everybody. How are you? I know, I feel like I have to like say it all out. And thank you for all the likes, the thumbs ups. It helps me too. I'm still Okay, here we go. My internet has been lagging on me lately, so if this replay is kind of weird, I apologize. But it looks like everyone's still in here. If you are still in here, please comment in the comment box below. Don't be a weird ghoster, because I see people that are in here. Don't be a lurker. Say something. You good? Okay, good. If you see me looking over here, it's because this is where my chat box is, and that's where I can see everyone talking. So, okay, let's start with the halo eye. Today, I'm going to do a really kind of intense look. Maybe not intense. I'm gonna use colors that are sort of like grayish. Was just buffering on my end. I thought, yeah, like this thing was buffering. I'm like, what is this, 1990? Like, what the fuck? I need to contact Spectrum. Yes, that's what I have. I'm gonna contact them and be like, what the fuck? Oh, I meant to clean this. Okay, so halo eye. It's where you have dark light in the center. And excuse me, I'm going to be utilizing sorry, this is like extremely dirty. This is the Urban Decay palette by Gwen Stefani. And I need to use this bad boy up because it's just sitting there, being all dusty. You lost me for a second. Hi, Fabi. Yeah, it's in and out, but I think we're good now, though. I'm assuming we're good now. Let me put on some moisturizer. Always gotta start with some moisturizer. We're gonna start with the eyes today instead of foundation. Because when you are doing a look like this and you are using ads, throw me off. I don't like hearing people talk in the background. It bothers me. Shh. Okay, so when you are doing a look like this, probably best to do your eyes first and then your foundation, because you're gonna get product all over your cheekbones and underneath your eye. And the cleanup is a lot easier if you were to just do your eyes first. Yes, it's Gwen's palette. I don't know if they still sell it, but if they don't, you could just use colors that are like this. But the halo eye can be done with any colors. I'm just gonna do it in a neutral setting because I want this to sort of give off that like a wearable halo eye. When I do halo eyes, I normally do like dark greens with like a bright neon green in the center. I'll usually do like dark blues or whatever. But today I'm gonna do a gray with like a sort of muted tone color in between, just so it's semi-wearable but semi like dark at the same time too. I need to like this. I'm so sorry. I might have to start this over because this is so beyond annoying. Hold on. I kind of want to like switch internet because I have two little internet thingies. I think I need to switch over to the other one. Am I still good? Okay. I'm sorry if this is gonna be buffer. And I'm sure on the replay it's fine. It's just like, this is like fucking annoying. Anyway, Halo Eye. Let's get started. For this look, I will be using an eyeshadow primer. You can use any sort of eyeshadow primer that you'd like. I'm just gonna, I have samples upon samples upon samples. You know, when we go to Sephora and stuff, I'm like, okay, sure. So I'm gonna use a sample of, I think this is an Anastasia one. An Anastasia eye primer. Sure. I've used it before. It's alright. But it's something. Just so I have a little base. This is like really, really white. That's okay. Just want a little bit. I don't need a lot. There we go. Yes, eyeshadow primer is different than face primer. Eyeshadow primer helps the eyeshadows adhere to the eyes a lot longer, whereas face primer helps smooth out the face from intense textures and such and stuff. And sometimes face primers will tone the face as well as far as color is concerned. So they are different. But if you don't have a face primer, you can easily just use a concealer on your eyelids. That will work just as well. Or even a foundation will work just as well. I almost said también. I'm sorry, I got all Spanglish for a minute. That's the first time it's ever happened to me. It's so weird. It's gonna work también. It's the same thing. Everything is the same thing. Okay? So what I like to do when it comes to my own makeup, or even when I do makeup on a client, I will take lighter shades and then go darker and darker and darker and darker. I always do it in steps because I don't like to go to the darkest shade because then if I mess up, it becomes a harder mess to clean up. So I recommend getting a very small brush like this, something tiny, because you're gonna have to work in the inside portion of your eye as well. And sometimes small brushes are the way to go. You can do something like this. It's fine too. I need my towel, which I left in the living room. Something like this will be fine too. Just a small brush. But because these are a little dirty. Are you green? What are you? Looks like it's green. I need to clean these. Of all the brushes that I have here, I'm sorry guys, I should have been prepared, but I'm not. Okay, so I'm gonna run real quick and grab that damn towel. I usually have it with me. Un momento, por favor. So, I always have a towel because of situations like this when I need a quick little brush change and my brushes have eyeshadow from like the previous day. Just a quick fix for my personal shit. Damn it, I woke Mason up. I just heard him jump down from wherever he was. Okay, let's get started. So I use a little bit of the MAC brush cleanser. Because it's alcohol based, it's already dry. Okay, so I'm gonna start off and I'm gonna use pretty much the center row like this. Maybe I'll dip into these two colors, maybe, but we'll see. I'm gonna start off by using a medium tone shadow to start creating that piece here. Here we go. To start creating that sort of shape and shadow. When you're doing a halo eye, you want to make sure too that you are following the shape of your eyeball. You don't want to create some like a random shape. It's just got to conform to your natural curve, okay? So if I'm doing it like this, you don't have to follow my curve, follow whatever your eyeball and how it's shaped, okay? So, oh, another thing too about halo eyes, when you look straight ahead into the mirror, your iris is pretty much going to dictate where the lighter portion of your eyeshadow is going to be. So if you're looking, this is gonna be really hard for me to do. So if you're looking straight ahead, like you go dead center of your iris and just where the color is and everything too, straight up, that's where all the light. And where the white parts of your eyes are, that's where all the dark is gonna go. If you can sort of see these invisible lines going straight up, that's how you would do it. So using a darker, base first. I'm gonna throw in a little quick base. I'm gonna take just one of the lighter shades in here because I don't like to work backward too much. So I'm just going to apply this light eyeshadow, just a light one, doesn't matter. This one just happens to be in the palette. What color is this called? This is called Skimp. If you're cross-eyed, then you know, you do you. You do whatever you're most comfortable with doing. All right, so taking the medium tone, what I'm doing is patting it on to my eye and lifting the brush almost straight up. In like a sweepy motion, sweep, 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 sweep it in. But you see how I'm still sort of in the same spot? I haven't really moved at all. That's what you want to do. That's how you get started. It's just apply. Like so. Okay, going into the other side. This color that I'm using is called Anaheim. Pat, 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 pat. Lift up a little bit, kind of sweep it upward, straight up, and then straight out, or in, depending on however you like to use your terminology. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. If you want to just say hi in the comment section. Engage. Okay. Now let's do the outside part. So when I look straight ahead, I can see that I can bring this in a little bit more because there's a little bit more white in my eye. So we can do that. We can bring it inside a little bit. But let's do the other side. Patting in that corner. You notice there's a lot of patting when I do my makeup because sometimes how we're taught to blend isn't exactly the right way for specific techniques. And then we're told not to like sweep so much. You can sweep, that's fine. I sweep a lot. There you go. So I'm just gonna bring this straight on because I need to be able to see. For those of you who have hooded eyes too, this is gonna be a little tricky because you have to look straight ahead into the mirror as you do your makeup. And it can get a bit tricky that way. Okay. I'm trying not to block the camera as I do this. And starting with a medium shade too, this sort of helps transition the colors together a bit better. If you start with just a dark one, then try to go into the lighter shade, it ends up looking really muddy. So I'm just looking straight ahead. And I like to take up the color just above my crease, just so I can see the colors fade out. I do like a little bit of dimension. Hi. Super, super light, but it's there. Just making sure everything's okay. Hold on. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Oh, shit. My bad. Okay. So now that I have the outer portions already done, I'm gonna go in, add some more. The hardest part is like, I wanna do this to you guys so you can see, but then like having it angled down for me, it's hard to tell like where my natural eyes are. Like I have to have it like right here. Okay, so. Is some of this making sense? Sometimes I have a hard time explaining things. If you're watching the replay and I just stop, it's because my thing says reconnecting, and it's so fucking annoying. I'm gonna have words with Spectrum. Okay, good. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Shit, they may have me mess up and everything. Sorry guys, I have to keep this straight ahead. Okay. With the halo eye, this can take a little bit longer, as you can tell. I'm now jumping into Zone, which is like a deeper shade now. This is this card right here. It can take a little bit, just because, you know, you want to make sure that you're getting this done perfectly. It's a lot of blending and shaping the eye too, because you got to get in there and create just this like shapes. Just carving your eye up essentially. But because you have that lighter shade there, it kind of helps it blend a little bit easier. Okay. This side is always gonna look lighter. I don't know why it does that. Even with just like the light evenly on my face, this side's always lighter than this side. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing that makes it do that. That's my life. Okay, so with the halo eye, you can choose to do it at the bottom as well, like doing the darkness here, and then creating a light spot down here. That makes the look a lot more intense. But if you want this to be a bit more wearable and you're just not quite sure to go there yet, you can always just do one color at the bottom. Yeah, but the sun's over here, which is surprising. So I'm just taking the same darkness and I'm just bringing it in all the way, because I feel like with trying to make this look a bit wearable, it's easier just to show you guys the darkness underneath. Good morning. Taking the medium color, the other darker color. Now with halo eyes, especially with halo eyes, your makeup is going to look fucking crazy at first, and don't get sidetracked by that. It's gonna look a little weird just because of how you're setting it up, you know, and you have no foundation on, so it's kind of like, oh, this is really ugly. But once you have your foundation on and your blush and your bronzer and all that shit, it all sort of comes together and you're like, oh, okay. So what I'm gonna do now is jump ship real quick, and I'm going to add some of that lighter shade. So I blended Skimp together. With, I'll tell you in a second. So that Skimp with, oh my god, Stark. So Skimp and Stark. This is so dusty. 1, 2, these two. To create that color. I love blending eyeshadows together, like mixing them. So again, this light color, I like to just take it all the way up to the brow. This is almost like a beam of light. And the edges, I'm just gonna slightly brush over the edges so it looks like it's faded out a bit better. So when you look straight ahead, it should be pretty much the width of the colors of your eyes. And you can go in with some darker shadow just to like fill it in case it's too wide. It's fine. You can just go in with darkness. It's easier to go in with darkness than it is with light. That's why I'm doing this step right now. I'm sort of creating that barrier so that when I start adding darker shades, I'm not going to cross over into the area that it shouldn't be. And I'm using a flat brush to do this because you want to pack the color on. There we go. What is up with this? I don't like this song. Next. Okay. So let's get into some darker shades now. So I'm gonna take a softer brush, all this is like tiny brushes that you need. So it doesn't have to look exactly like this, but just use a smaller brush. And I'm gonna dive into this gray shade, which is called Serious. You want something small just to sort of fit. Because you want like fit right in this little pocket, like right in there, that socket area. Because you want to start with the darker shades in the smallest amounts and then blend them outward. The bulk of the dark shade should really be in like a pocket. You know, it really shouldn't be like everywhere for an everyday look, just because it can look a little crazy. Like black should be the last thing that you reach for. You know, you always want to shadow with, you hit the black bone just to soften this line here. Hit back in here. And I'm going back into two colors, the brown and the gray, just so I can start creating that shape. And taking your time like this also makes it more wearable too. You know, because I really could essentially carve out my eye and make it look super drag queeny, you know? We're not trying to do that. You can create, you know, these fun looks and still be able to feel like you can go to work or school or wherever, you know? That's just my style. When it comes to your style, there's no right or wrong way. Yeah. Get up in there. same brush again, this old one. Now I have like discoloration on my eyelids, so you're gonna see like little like black thingies here and there. It's my eyes, you know? Can't do nothing about it. Been watching AJ and the Queen on Netflix. It's a AJ and the Queen is really good. I love it. I wonder if they're gonna do another season of it though. Does anyone know if RuPaul's coming back for that? Because I'd watch the second season. I liked it. Some of the reads in that show, oh shit. I'm trying to, the camera picks up shit that I don't see on camera, which is why I'm like now looking in here to do it. Which sometimes I can appreciate, and sometimes I'm like, fuck, why isn't this looking right? Because that camera though, sometimes the camera. There you go, that's a little better. I can go in and just fill this in a little bit better a little later. It's hard for me because it's really, really dark in here. But I have to keep it dark because the sun will blow you guys out. AJ and the Queen is fun. If you like RuPaul and you really like his humor and stuff, I highly recommend watching it. It is very entertaining in that sense. The little kids sometimes got on my nerves, but that was kind of the point. So sometimes I found it hard to watch just because I'm like, this kid, I can't. But I followed through and I watched the entire thing, and I think it's great, and I'd be there for season 2. I almost feel like the show gave me anxiety because of what was going down. I think that's why. I'm like I just kept like going, ugh. But I think when a show makes me have any sort of feelings at all, it's good. It's a good show. Yeah, it was relatable. I mean, I found it relatable. I don't really care if a show's relatable too much because it's like, I don't want a lot of shows to relate to me. I watch television for the fantasy. I don't want to watch my life on TV. But I liked it. Right now I'm obsessing over The Crown. Is anyone else watching The Crown? It's television, obviously, and you're not going to learn true history from TV, but I'm going to tell you what. I was not aware of a lot of the things that went down, like with Jackie Kennedy and the Queen. I did not know that that went down. Made me look at Jackie Kennedy like, bitch. Excuse me? You said what? Olivia Colman series. I'm on season 3 right now, where now everybody's older. And I found out the guy that's in it that plays Prince Philip is in Outlander, and I like love Outlander, so when I saw him I'm like, oh my god. So it was really nice. Okay. lot of jumping with this look for me. Did I just do with that brush? Right here. Gonna go in with a smaller brush, little like lip kind of style brush. Get in with that gray. So I do a lot of jumping around. You can sit here and stay with this look until the very end, like how to, you know, like shape it up. But at this is the point where I go in to do my face makeup. Even though it's not complete, I just have to be able to see like everything, just because if I can't see what's happening, I feel like my eyes look a little cray cray. But this is fine. Like, this is a good point to kind of stop and go, okay, time to do the face. And then I can go in and polish up, highlight more, deepen up a bit if I need to. This is like a nice little like gloomy eye. There we go. This side needs to be trimmed. I have a hard time doing this sometimes because of my sunspot. My sunspot carries up into like this area, so I can never tell if my eyeshadow's blended or it's my sunspot that's fucking me up. Okay, so let's jump into some face stuff so I can get a better like view. But right now, as it is, like, it's starting to come together. It's making me really happy. So I'm going to do YSL again today. Yes, because I need to finish the products that I have. I need to. Whoops, almost dropped that. So, I just want to move. Sit somewhere. Stop moving. Okay. I'm gonna use the color that's not my shade, the dark color, because look how much is in here. I need to use things and move things. So what I'm gonna do, because this is not my shade, this is way too dark, I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna mix it with a concealer that is way too light to get this to be the consistency and the shade and all that stuff that I need it to be. So boom, mixing these two together, and it's gonna be pretty. So I'm gonna do one pump of the YSL Touche Eclat, and then I'm gonna take Buff, which is a super duper, light concealer, and I'm gonna add this to my palette, and then we're gonna mix the two suckers together to make, hopefully, a decent face foundation shade. This goes for everybody. If you have shades that just are not your color and you can't return it, or there's just something that you know, it's gonna be in your possession no matter what, use some other, mix them. It's not a loss, just mix it. You've mixed colors as a kid with paints. It's the same thing, you know? Play with your makeup until you get it right. Still too dark, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. Personally, I think, you know, like I've said it before, like I don't really get too upset about like companies that don't offer a huge shade range. However, I do like an extremely good light, an extremely dark. I can play with everything in between. You know, give me like, because in my makeup kit, I have about, I think personally, all you need is 5 shades of foundation within each like line. Like for example, if you wanted to get YSL Touche Eclat, you need about 5 colors, maybe 7 shades in total. You need the lightest light, the darkest dark, and just random ones in between. Because if you know how to mix your shit together, you can get that perfect shade. So I just say mix until it's perfect. That way you're not forced to, there you go, that's better. That way you're not forced to go out and buy shit, even after you've already invested, you know? That's better. That's a nice color. That's a better color. Okay. Most common application mistake women make when we get older. I think falling into the trap of feeling like you can no longer wear makeup is the most common mistake women make when they age. The feeling of, I can't wear that because I'm already in my 40s. Or I can't wear that because, I don't know, only teenagers wear highlighter. Only, 20-year-olds wear frosty eyeshadows. Like, you can wear, yes, it's for you too, Don't fall into the trap of, I can't. And I always feel like, how everything changes, right? Technology changes, especially. Same thing goes with makeup. Things change, and and things evolve. So I say that you need to evolve as well. Like, let's say you grew up in an age where we did makeup a specific way, and now the makeup is done differently. Change with the times. It's fine. Because if you stay doing the makeup you were taught back in the day, like in the 80s or the 70s, in today's time, you're going to look like you're stuck in the 70s, And a lot of women, they try to go into different makeup locations, and they go, I don't know, I just need a new look because I feel like I look old, or I look, whatever, fill in the blank. And it has nothing to do with age. It's just the fact the makeup techniques that you're doing, no one's doing them anymore, So it's just a matter of switching it up a bit. I don't mean going completely all the way. I know right now the trend, well, it's dying down, thank God. But the trend for the longest time was doing a shit ton of makeup on. But look at the overall end result of what is happening for the most part. What that pros are teaching you, the look is a soft highlight, a nice bronze, different levels of colors on the face. We're not going all one solid flat color anymore. And change with it. Watch what everyone's doing and sort of change along with those steps, just to kind of help you out. Look at this color. Perfection. So it's like, this is too light, but I don't want to return it. I got to CVS. Returning things to CVS is just, this is too dark. I don't want to return it because what if I do get tan? But I don't want to go out and buy a new foundation. Ton. Yay! Mix. It's okay to mix. I promise you know how. I promise. Just a couple of tries, you will get it and it'll be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go in now with a super bright. This is called Porcelain. It's one shade darker than Buff. And to me, this is super duper bright. I'm going in with a lot because I kind of feel as if I'm really fucking tired today. So I'm just striping my face. Because, oh man. I woke up this morning and I was just like, I'm not ready. Hi, Tiff Marie. Oh my God. That is a name I have not seen in so long. What the hell? What in the world? Bringing this down, fanning it out. So I didn't really do the triangle thing because once you start blending out your concealer, it then essentially forms the lightness. It's just blending it down, Keep it natural, ladies. Keep it natural. You're not on stage. When you do overuse concealer, it ages you. I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying it to say some shit. When you use too much concealer, you end up looking older. You still watch my IG stories? Fun. Yay. There you go. You should not see where the concealer starts. It should be completely blended out and soft on the face. Okay, so now I'm starting to see the eyeshadows a bit more. I'm like, okay. All right, I'm gonna do a little some. Does my cat lick you in the face to get up in the morning? Because my puppy Oreo does. My cat licks my mouth. It's disgusting. So I have to, when I feel him like jump onto my body, I'm like, oh, here he comes. And I have to like move my face, and he's licky. And sometimes, every now and then, if I'm not paying attention, I'm like, oh, no. Every morning. I don't get a choice in the matter. Every morning, Mason will lick. He'll be all up in my mouth. I love that booty, but let me tell you what, gross. I know where that tongue has been. I've seen it go places. Oh, hell no. Yes, this is a wet beauty blender, and I am lightly grazing over my powder. It's plain dirty. It's fucked up. Some powders work just fine, wet or dry. Those ones that see like can be used wet or dry. When you set your face with a wet beauty blender and a powder that, this one I don't think is designed to be wet or dry, but it plays really nicely with the beauty blender. When you have those types of powders, use your wet beauty blender to set your makeup. I'm telling you, it's like, look how smooth that is. I'm just saying. A little brightener here, because this is a little bright. I like to sort of lighten. So instead of, you know how everyone, the youngins, it's breaking apart. You know how the youngins on Instagram will highlight here and just use a light powder. It's fine. You don't need to actually use concealer. You can just use a light powder to soften and lift without the whole like stripe, you know. See? It's there. It's subtle, but it is there. And it gives you that look without having to waste all that fucking money. Okay. So now I'm going to, I need to stop touching my damn hair because that is how my hair gets greasy. Oils on the hands, oils in your hair. Stop it. Okay. A MAC bronzer. I want to use the beauty blender, but I don't know how the MAC bronzers do well. I don't think they do well with beauty blenders. But there is something that I have that does do well. And it is a mineralized powder. Oh no, that's not a mineralized. That's something else. What? We are not going to war. Do we need the war paint? No, we do not. I'm not fully anti-stripe face. Oh, Cosette. Oh. This is not a bronzer. This is just a powder that's way too dark for my skin. So I'm taking the butt of the beauty blender and I'm sort of like dabbing it onto my arm to kind of dry it up a little bit because I don't want, it doesn't need to be too wet. If it's too wet, then you're gonna fuck up your powder, especially if it's not designed to be used wet. What was I saying? Oh, I'm not like completely against the Instagram faces because at night at a bar it doesn't look bad, you know. At night when, you know, you're trying to look all fierce and shit. I get it. I see you. When it's dimly lit, sure, you can layer on the shit. Why not? Look at that. Bam, bitch. You can layer it on. It's totally fine. But like, you know, I see you at Target. I don't look right. It don't look good at a Target. It don't look good at Starbucks. No. Stop it. Look at that. Powder. It's so fucking pretty. I can't even handle it. Sometimes I remind myself of different ways to do makeup and I get all like about it. Because it's like, dude, look how soft and blended that is. I love it. Use powder to brighten. Yep, that's exactly right. Don't just stop there, you create. There you go. Because again, you don't want to see where it stops. I see a lot of people, they have those little like rainbows on their forehead. So I'm like, oh, blend it. So start here, make sure the darkness is in one spot, and then move the blender out everywhere so that you can't see where the bronzer starts and the highlighting stops. Boom. A little here, underneath the jaw, just a bit. Why did the music stop? Hello? Hello? Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit underneath my lip. When you create a little shadow here, it makes the bottom lip more pouty. So if you have like no lips at all, hang on, clean my lip ring. It creates more of a shadow, just a little, especially like right in the center here in this Cupid's bow. So now this became more prominent, more lifted, and down here has more shadow. So when you put on like your gloss or whatever, your lips are like, it's true. Okay, cool. Let's get back to the eyes. So, eyes. I'm going to go in and sort of fill in some gaps. Be careful when doing this. You want to use fluffy brushes. I'm gonna take a chance here. I'm gonna use a bigger fluffy brush. Oops, I don't mess it up. We good? Thank you. Do you have You Good, Freda Ketchup? Do you have like You Good just copied and saved? I hope you do. I hope you have it copied and saved into your phone. Just copy and paste it. Here we go. So I'm taking that light brown zone and getting in there and just sort of buffing this out. And again, it looks a little choppy just because I've got hairs growing back in. My eyes don't like to accept color. I've got, you know, coloration, all that other jazz. I'm old. I'm an old bitch. So this is how I'm looking. So it's fine. So I'm gonna go in and with that zone color, I'm just going to darken up this inner portion of my eye, like right in here, so that it sort of helps carry that like darkness of the halo. See how like, well, you can't really tell just yet. I'm like, no, you can't just tell. You can't tell. You just want to get up in there and sort of cast that shadow so that you get more of a definition. Get in here, get all up in there, like right where that brow is. Here we go. So you're creating, this is almost like a character-ish look, you know, like a villain. It's one of my favorite looks to do. When I'm on Periscope and I'm doing looks, I do a halo eye a lot, don't I, guys? It's because this look is just a bit more for the edgy person. Or someone just looking for a change, really. There we go. Okay, in real life, this is really fucking blended. On camera, it looks like it's choppy as shit. I can't tell you. Is it? I can't see. I cannot see. Then we're gonna go back in with the dark gray. Pat, pat, pat. Okay. I'm gonna get right up in there. I see you. Okay. Works. Skip that ad. Skip that ad. There you go. Great. There we go. Now with the halo look, I don't like to put on eyeliner, especially if your eyelids sort of fall over each other. Like if your crease falls over your eyelid, definitely don't do an eyeliner with this look because you're gonna hide all of the halo part. It's gonna be all for nothing. So, I tight line. I feel like I've been tight lighting the whole time I've been going live. I promise you there will be looks where I will not tight line. So, let's do a black. Why not? I'm gonna get in with a sharpened pencil. Always. Yep, you lose the eye real estate. Absolutely. Okay, so now I'm going to bring up my mirror because I need to be able to see. I'm blind as a bat. That's probably why I have so much trouble doing what I do. So tight line. Lift and get up. Oops, not on your finger. Get up in the lash line. So you can have that darkness. And black is okay to use for a look like this, especially if you're using dark colors. You know, you can do a halo eye with really light colors as well. Just make sure the center is really light. Okay. Ta-da! So you still get halo, but it's not like lost. Lost in eyeliner. Okay, so curl those lashies. I'm gonna go in with some pencils for my brows. These are a bit lighter. I think this is spiked, but this is the old version of the MAC pencil. I believe that the new version doesn't work quite as well, so I can't really recommend these. But I want to fill in a little bit. I think with this look, personally, a good brow is a-okay. While I do these brows, I want to say that if you are learning something or if you're having a pretty good time here, please submit a little coffee for me. If you send me a coffee, I will love you forever. That is how I keep my channel up and running and keep my life up and running. The coffee link is in the description box below. I'd really appreciate it. Or if you're not subscribed to my channel, please at least do that because that helps me as a creator. And then like this live. Please like it. I do have a goal that I'm trying to reach on coffee by the end of this month. So if you are a part of that, I will love you forever. There we go. Girl needs a second lash curler. Girl is trying to work to do what she can. So my live scopes or my live tutorials are going to change ever so slightly. I'm going to integrate a couple of things or move things around because I did book some work in DC at the end of this month. So that means the very last week I won't be able to go live since I'll be working. But the last few live topics, I'm gonna have to sort of integrate them into the ones for these coming lives. Ooh, you're in the way. So you will see an update about that on my Instagram, which is Lana Reese. So this is the Senna Brow Gel. Just keeping my brows intact. And then once this is dry, I'm gonna go in with a pencil, like a darker pencil, and then fill in the rest. But I like to fill in with a lighter shade, just so that it creates that shape for me, you know, without looking too cartoonish. I have a habit of doing cartoon eyebrows. I've done it for years. I've had cartoon eyebrows. So I'm trying to train myself to not, you know, make them so intense. That's my goal, is to like chillax. Chill out with the eyebrows. Okay, so let's do some more eyes. I'm now going to integrate a little bit of black. So I'm gonna take this palette and get up in there. And I'm going to use a very small brush for this because I do not want this black to be everywhere. That same sort of like lippy brush that I used for the gray. Get into that black, tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna pat this on right here because I want this to stand out just a little bit more. Okay, would you say? Slight unamused brows rather than full on angry. Yes, slightly unamused. There we go. Adding just a little bit of black just so that it really sucks in and emphasizes the darkness at the outer corners of your eyes. Sort of attach it to the liner, you know, and just get in that little pocket. See how it kind of made it darker, you know? This is almost like if you can't handle not having an eyeliner all throughout your eyes, by adding that darkness, you're sort of extending the eye out a little bit more. So, it'll make you feel a little bit more confident if you're not confident without eyeliner. What time did Bob the Builder finish with the electric tools yesterday? I don't even know. I blocked it out. A little bit in here. And then a little bit in here. Just this little tiny detail makes a huge difference when it comes to doing this look, because it really just emphasizes dark, 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 you know? Okay. Now to do the lighter part. We need to glow. We need a little fun. Is this light enough? Let's see. So I'm gonna take my finger with Baby, this right here, and I'm going to apply this to the lid because I personally like to have a shiny center. You don't have to do this part if it's not your bag. Very subtle and very pretty, but we're not here for subtle. I'm not here for subtle. I said wearable, I didn't say subtle. Yeah, this is really, really pretty, but okay, let's continue. Let us sparkle and shine. I'm gonna take this. This is the Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish Powder by MAC Cosmetics, which has a super high shine. Okay, let's do the finger. So we're gonna take some of this and get it right in there. That's a little better. What was this? What time? Oh no, I thought someone commented for a second. There we go. That's better. Now, on camera, this probably won't show as intense as it is in real life, but I promise you this has a super duper like high shine in the real world, and I'm not going to go any more than this because I don't want to look psycho. So this is as good as it's gonna get. Oh, this is, God, I wish you guys can. No, this is intense on camera too. Yeah, it's intense on camera because I'm like, I done did the most. Wearable, not subtle. I'm gonna add some more darkness underneath my eye just so it has a balance. It needs to be sort of unbalanced for me. So I'm gonna go in with the brown first. Even though I know I'm gonna want darkness, I'm gonna go in step by step. So I'm gonna go into this brown zone shade, which was one of the very first shades that I used. Always take it in steps, because if you just go straight black, you've just ruined all the hard work that you did. It's making sense. Say, yeah, but I'm never gonna do it. I think I had somebody comment that once in one of my lives, once upon a time. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. I'm just like, yeah, it totally makes sense. I'm not gonna do it, but I like it. I'm like, all right, I like it. I couldn't get mad at that. That shit was funny as hell. I was like, thank you for your honesty. So I'm going in with the gray. Like so. Now with this look, eyelashes are to your own discretion. You can do lashes, but you want to be careful, because if you do lashes, then you run the risk of adding that liner. You know, sometimes lashes have a band on it that's really, really dark and can ruin the whole effect of having this like, whew, almost like this spot of light on your eyes. So I recommend, if you're gonna do lashes, doing like individuals. I know, that's a lot. Like individual, you know, temporary ones, or ones that have an invisible lash band. But I'm just going to mock it so that you can see what it looks like with lashes. I'm not gonna put on lashes. I don't even have mascara on, but just so you have an idea. Well, I think because I don't have mascara on, they're not sticking. Mock. So it can be super glam if you want it to be, but make sure that you are using, see how you still see a lot of that eyelid when you close your eyes? When you use false lashes, you run the risk of having to create that black line on top, and it ends up ruining it. So just use a mascara that like extends your lashes and just let it be. You know, you don't have to do the whole kit and caboodle. Oh, let me just get a little more color on. What do you mean? My lashes look crazy all the time. So I'm going to use something that needs to be used. That is the basis of everything. Let me try this. This is a little bit drier. Some MAC bronzer. A little more bronzy. Just a bit more. Need some color. I'm going to use a blush that needs to be used, like I said. So it's not going to be this like, ooh, look at this new product that you have to buy. I'm going to show you some shit that's like pan. Hi, pan. I'm going to show you pan right about now. Because on here, on this channel, I'm always going to promote using shit you already have. You don't need any more blushes. You don't need any more blah, blah, blah. Boom. I've had this, oh my god, for so long. This NYX blush is one of my favorite colors. It's called Terracotta. And it needs to be used. I'm going to use it all the way up. Shit. So a little terracotta, just to give my face some color, so I don't look so dead. A little here, a little here, a little here, because color is good. Okay. I gotta clean as I go, because if I don't clean as I go, all hell breaks loose. Okay, so mascara time. See how this looks? You want to see the bristles, because that is how mascara works. You need the bristles to brush your lashes. So all this shit, oh, there we go. That's a little better. Off topic. I used to love your Mexilana videos back in the day. Aw, thank you. You used to. You don't love them anymore? Are they not good for you anymore? That's okay. I used to love them too. They were fun. I had a lot of fun being myself on YouTube and making like random ass videos. Maybe one day I'll do it again. I'm slowly integrating videos that I like doing on this channel, much to the chagrin of a lot of people on here, because I get messages on here of people are like, you should just stick to your makeup videos, or oh no, actually the bullet journal people don't do anything. You guys are all awesome. I fucking love all of you. You're nice. But the makeup people are just like, I don't understand why you're doing all these bullet journal videos. Nobody cares. I'm like, I care. So fuck you. I don't give a shit. So, because I don't want to host several different YouTube channels. It is not that serious. And I think a lot of people get crazy. So if I do start making Mexilana type videos again, it's going to be right here on this channel. Because I so damn well please. I am just not, It's just too much. Right? I'm filming a video right now talking about like how, because this is my life and this is what I'm into, you know. I'm into trying to live a bit more like eco-conscious of some of the stuff that I do, because my hobbies and stuff are very wasteful. So I'm going to do a video of like ways that I've sort of cut the waste out of my life. And I don't know why I'm making the video, but I want to, so I'm gonna. And then hopefully that sort of, there's this one video that my friend Liz and I want to do. We'll see what happens. It's so much harder when you're older, I feel, you know? Because when you're younger, you're just like, I don't give a shit. Actually, you know what? YouTube was more fun back in those days, because you could post a video wherever you wanted without worrying about the tags and the nonsense. And people liked it. And you know, you could be raunchy and say things that are not PC, you know, and it would just spark conversation. It was fun. But like nowadays, oh shit. I could say a word wrong and people will come for me. It's so sad, actually. Grumpy old ladies, yay. I don't know. I'll probably get back into it because I do miss it. I do miss just making videos for the sheer fun of it, you know. Although I dare not watch my Mexilana videos. I can't. I can't watch any of my old videos. I can't. Nope. I'll just let them be. I don't even know what I've said in half of them. Nope. I want no part of them. I was a different person back then. Shit. Some of them I'm like, holy fuck, I'm so annoying. How people liked them, I don't even know. You want me to do a react video? I'll get into it again. YouTube isn't the same. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make Mexilana videos again soon. I just gotta get all my quote-unquote boring shit out of the way. I was crazy, wasn't I? Shit, I was fucking psycho. But that's the 20s. We were crazy. It's good times. I pissed off so many people back in the day. I used to get like people coming for me like messages back in the day because I did some like, I don't know, they just found me really aggravating for whatever reason. It was good times. I liked it. Okay, so stripped down is getting stripped down. Aww. Girl, let it go. No, there's still product in here. How dare you? Use up all of your product. Always. Do you hear that? What the fuck? Oh god, I've been on here too long. My lips are weird. I have the lip shape, but the color starts a little bit lower. So whenever I do my liner, it always sort of looks like I overdraw my lips, but I don't. My lips start, but the color starts somewhere else. It's a weird thing. You can kind of see it. It's right here, but the color is right here. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, it's like a weird thing. Okay, so I don't really land right there because I just don't. Today, I feel like today, because the eyes are so intense, today's gonna be like a glossy day, just like a lip balmy day. Because again, there's a lot going on here, a lot. But I'm gonna try to use a Kosas thing. I have two different colors here. Oh, it's really pink. Pulse and Rush. Ooh. No, that's too much. Okay, so let me just, I'm going to utilize a clear lip balm, but because there's color on my lips, it's going to change into this color because that's just how it is. So I show you. This isn't balmy enough. Perhaps if I just did this, I just don't want to, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to make it look all ugly, you know? I'm just like, it is mine. I should just commit. There we go. Yeah, it sort of softens it up. Fine, I'm gonna commit. I'm just gonna lift it a little bit more because that's better. I'm very weird. I don't like to see dirty product. I guess that's a good thing, but just lip balm. You don't need lipstick. Just a little bit of lip liner to line those lips up a bit, and you're done. I'm done. It's been 77 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and blame the fact that, you know, my internet did cut out a few times. I apologize for that. But I really hope that you liked how this look turned out. I hope that it was sort of educational for you. It's not a look for everybody. Yes, it is kind of intense, but it is a fun look in case you want to switch things up a bit. You know, if you want to go out and look a little edgier, if you want to just have a different look entirely. Like this look is really pretty when you use colorful colors, like when you do like purples and then you throw in like a bright yellow or gold down the center. Using complementary colors with a look like this, oh, 100% yes. Or even just using like dark colors. Like let's say if you want to use like a blue or a green or something, you know, use dark greens and then just go in with like a highlighter shade in the middle. It's the coolest thing ever. You can definitely do glitter down the center, you know, using different types of like shiny eyeshadows. You can do like gel down, you know, like those what's that Beauty Blender shine lighter, just pew, pew, just to create that extra power of shine on your face. Good Lord, hair. Thank you. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys try it out and see how you achieve this look on your own. You can tag me on Instagram. Again, my schedule's gonna change. Not the days of my lives are gonna change, but the topics are gonna change ever so slightly because I did book a gig and I will be gone the very last week of this month. So I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna put where. But again, if you guys liked this video, if you learned something, or if you just really want to support me and my channel, please send me a coffee by using the link below in the description box, the coffee link, because that really shows me the most support and I appreciate it very much. Or if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and like this live. And I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to do I forgot the look tomorrow. And I don't have my bullet journal with me. But I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. same time to do another makeup look for you guys. And yeah, share it with your friends. If you know someone who wants to be a part of this whole community, come on in and invite them. It's all good. All right, guys, I will see you all soon. Goodbye. Thank you for being here. I love you. Thank you for the coffees. I appreciate it. And everyone who has given me coffees since I started doing this. I love you all. I love you all so much. So, goodbye, everybody.